On paper, the Chicago Bears look like a team to be feared with. But do the teams around the NFL feel the same way as the fans do right now? So the question for the day, as we jump into the mailbag on this beautiful Saturday, is: will the Bears be the surprise team in the NFL? Y'all know we're going to talk about it and break it down, but we got to hear the music first.
Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. It's Saturday, so it's mailbag day from the Cognac Boys. I'm your host here, Bobby. I'm joined by my guy, C-Dubb. What's the word?
What up, though? You already know I'm geek. Let's get it.
Hey, if you're tuned in with us today, make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Now, C-Dubb has been anonymous GMs talking about the Chicago Bears draft, talking real greasy. Every time the Chicago Bears are brought up, they bring up the Lions. They bring up the Packers within the division. And that's rightfully so, because the Bears got to put it on wax. But from what you believe, will the Chicago Bears be the surprise team in the NFL?
Hey, man, I seen those shows and those sports commentaries and all of those. Let's talk about the Detroit Lions. Let's talk about Green Bay. Even talk about Minnesota. All that stuff is half-hearted. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Matter of fact, let's just talk about the big-ass brown bear in the room. The Chicago Bears is a threat. When you talk about defensively and offensively, could you imagine? Caleb Williams, generational quarterback, some said, in the draft, can't miss. You had to trade away another bud and star, and Justin Fields sent him off. You know he had to be good. Caleb got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and Rome. I ain't going to say the last name. I don't want to hear my nephew. Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, DeAndre Swift, Rojo Johnson. Bro, if you just think of yourself as a defender or a defensive coordinator, where do you start to defend this offense? Where do you start, nephew? Is it stopping the run? I think that's foolish. What is it? Double teaming a wide receiver, DJ Moore? That'll be foolish. What are we going to do? I have no idea how these defensive coordinators is going to attack this offense. I think they already know what's up with the defense. Man, they are a threat, a beyond threat. All we need to do is what my nephew say. Squeak it, put it on wax. Bro.
I'm with it. Wiggy, put it out wax. But I'm right there with you, dog. I really feel that the Chicago Bears can be the surprise team of this NFL season. I think that when we talk about the division, they are going to play these division rivals nice and close. The thing is going to come down to is, can they complete the deal? If we're looking at last season, we've seen the Chicago Bears pretty much seal up 2 games against the Detroit Lions, who won the division. They did give one away. But I don't think that happens this season if the same situations occurs. The Bears go into the league against these Lions. I think we win the game in the 4th quarter. I think we ice that thing and we make those boys, those Detroit Lions, turn into kitty cats. Then we talking about the Packers, the people that live rent-free in our heads. We at Cubs games chanting F Green Bay. But, hey, we got to put it on wax, and I believe that we split with them this season, and Caleb Williams go ahead and continue to do so and make a name for themselves in this league. The Minnesota Vikings, me personally, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say we're going to bring the brooms out because we're going to sweep them this season. That's just how I'm looking at it. I know the Bears got to put it all on wax. I ain't going to get overzealous. I ain't going to get too happy. I ain't going to be irrational. I do think that there will be some challenges within this season. But I think against the division, we going to be all right, as Kendrick Lamar once said. So it is what it is. I'm ready for the Chicago Bears to step up and show outs, because I think as we look at it, bro, each offseason, these past 3 offseasons, the hype has gone up. And I believe it's rightfully so. And I believe the Chicago Bears with that, they don't really have expectations put on them from the guys around the world. They got expectations from the fans. They always do. But I believe they live up to it, and we see ourselves in the playoffs.
Yeah. Now, when you think of the tier system with the Chicago Bears before the season starts, what would you put them in the middle of the pack? You will put, I'm talking about entire NFL. You put them in the middle of the pack, you put them at the bottom, you put them at the top. I think a great spot to put the Chicago Bears, and based on their promise and what their roster is looking like, you got to put them on the edge of the mid to the, to the top. I mean, like they in the mid, but they right there getting ready to
I get what
pass
you're
over
saying.
to the next.
I honestly get what you're saying, but me, I'm gonna put them out on the middle of the pack just to start the season. I think the Bears will get better as the season goes on. But as of right now, when it started the season, they're gonna be in the middle of the pack. And I wouldn't be surprised if they start this season off 2-2, possibly even 3-1, depending on the matchups. And I think the matchups gonna be a little light. We're gonna be good. The salad is gonna be eaten, and we're gonna be ready for that chicken wing dinner, bro.
Oh, bro. The salad is gonna be eaten. It's crazy, though.
You feel me? No Diddy.
Hey, come on, man. I just can't wait, man. But motherfucker, we said the threat. Is they a threat to the whole league? You just said the division. Are they the threat to the whole league?
Yes, absolutely. Get ready, because I don't think it's just gonna stop this year. It's going on for some years down the road, bro.
Hey, man, line them up talent to talent with any roster in this league. Line them
Let's
up.
go.
Line up your website, Chicago Bears, our website, Chicago Bears roster, and whoever you want. Line they roster up with ours, and you're gonna be like, all right, I'll watch this game for sure.
No,
it's
bro.
Gonna be competitive.
So it's coming. It's coming. But hey, enough of us with the chat. It's time to get time. It's time to get time. It's time to get into in the mailbag. We're gonna start this thing off with going with somebody I never heard from, but this is from Damien. Here it is.
How y'all doing? I'm back again, man. Had a little break in the phone, but it's Damien from South Carolina, big Chicago Bear fan. Y'all know my motto. I'm afraid of monsters, aka I believe in monsters. But anyway, my thoughts on the aftermath after the draft. I think we did a good job, man. Big up to Brian Poles and his team. They did a great job, and they had a plan. They knew what they want. I hope Caleb Williams, which I think he will work out, and he should work out. But even if he don't work out, I still wouldn't get rid of Brian Poles, because how everybody say if this don't work out, they should get rid of him. I said no. He did a great job his last few years with getting the Bears back on track and drafting like they supposed to. But I think we did good in the draft. Real good players pick up and unsigned, undrafted free agencies. I think the Bears we are primed to be a contender, if not a Super Bowl champion team in the next few years. So I think we don't do a pretty good job. But my thing is, I disagree with y'all on, and I think y'all wrong on that. Caleb Williams got to play well. With me, I don't think he should. He's not better than Justin Fields to me. Justin Fields was never a Ryan Poles guy. He was never one of the guys from the jump. I think I was probably the only ones that realized that, but he wasn't this guy from the jump. That's why he was never put the team around him like the others. And he had to get rid of him because of that fifth year, man. That fifth year is too much with the plan they had played, too much money. So it worked out like it's supposed to. But I'm not like everybody else to think Caleb Williams can just jump out the gate and win the 2 games. He got a target on his back. He's talking a little too much and saying he's disclassed people like that. Even though, I hear y'all say he's a rookie, he's just tired of, I hear that. but don't talk like that. You say he's generational talent, so that means he's better than C.J. Sprout. Which, I think C.J. Sprout just from another planet, man. But I think we don't do well. We don't do big. It's gonna be Caleb's roughest year. I don't think we don't do as well this year because every game.
All right, Damian, it's a 3-minute time limit. Now, first thing first, when you talk about that Ryan Poles, when it comes to the question if he should be going, if it doesn't go right this season, I think absolutely not. Harry Roseman is not going every time the Eagles don't succeed, but guess what? He's still in the building pushing out great teams. Sometimes teams just don't work out, and that is the reality when it comes down to it. Even though I'm hyped as hell, that is the other side of the discussion. Though I think that the Bears will be successful, there is a chance that they won't be. And I understand that, but as of right now, I'm rocking with the squad. I believe we right and we ready to go. Now, when you talk about Caleb Williams and the way that he talk and the things like that, me personally, talk that shit. Only thing I ask from Caleb Williams is to back it up. When we talk about timelines and all that stuff, we do have to remember that Peyton Manning was listed as a generational talent. He was asked his first season. But guess what? Now he's a Hall of Famer. Same thing can happen here. The goal is to break the curse of the bad quarterbacks in Chicago. I believe this potentially could start with Caleb Williams. Will there be some growing pains? Absolutely. It will be some growing pains. It will be some moments where we're like, Caleb, why did you throw that, bro? I need to hear that after the game at the press conference. It's going to be those moments. But essentially, he's set up to succeed. Now it's going to be up to him. And I say, if you believe you the best, say you the best. Talk that shit. For what? What we going to back down for? It wouldn't be a Chicago Bears central thing if we didn't come out here and say we number one. We going to talk that shit, and we backing it up. So Caleb Williams, talk that talk, just back it up. That's all I ask, Damian. That's all I ask. C-Dubb, what you got?
Hey, beautifully stated, nephew. I would also like to state, though, Ryan Poles' job wouldn't be in jeopardy this year, but if Caleb Williams doesn't work out in the long run, that's another conversation. Just gotta tell you.
Fair enough.
The Chicago Bears, they're gonna have a special season, Damian, and I think Caleb's gonna be better than what you thinking. I need you. I might have a laugh, like for everybody can get Justin Fields out of their system. I need you to get Justin Fields out of your system, Damian. He gone. I know you talking like you believe it. It sounds like you're juggling. You're still in there with Justin, and you're trying to stay with the new regime. Justin ain't coming back, gang. I think they got him trying to be a kick returner over there. So, bro, look, you'll be here soon, bro. We gonna have to get that out of you, big dog. But you made some good points in your little voicemail there. But I do think that if Caleb Williams doesn't work out in the long run, oh yeah, he's tied. Oh yeah, Ryan Poles tied to him for sure.
For sure. And the last point is that the timeline just didn't line up with Justin Fields. It was bad contracts on this, so you got to get rid of those in year one. Then you got to start getting some players up in here in year two and finish, you know what I'm saying, trying to build out your culture. And by the time year three came around, it just wasn't enough evidence or enough reassurance that Justin Fields was the guy. There were still questions out about him. So sometimes it just don't work out, bro. That's just what it is. But I feel you, though. It did hurt. But I'm moving on. Everybody else should, too. We're going to continue on, though, C-Dubb. This next one is from a caller by the name of Tim. Yeah, it is.
Tim.
Hello, my name is Tim, and I'm living in Nashville, but from Chicago. The Chicago Bears defense are going to play even harder and better than they were last year, just on the fact that they know they have an offense that can score if they hold them. It'll give them a whole different energy level. This Bears team is going to win a lot of games. Super Bowl within the next 3 years. You guys have a good day. I love your show. Y'all have a good one.
Well, you heard from Tim. Straight and to the point. C-Dubb, take it away.
I share your enthusiasm, Tim. I think the defense, they're going to be going wild. Another year of experience, another year of maturity, another year of getting better. and they're going to come out here screaming to the quarterback, getting interceptions, getting forced fumbles, picking up fumbles, running them into the end zone. They're going to be a threat. Yes, I do. Absolutely. Me also. I think the Bears are going to win a lot of games this season coming up. So you don't stand alone in that island. Let's go. Bear the fuck down.
It's really that simple, bro. It's really that simple. And I know because that our offense is going to be putting up points, the defense is going to be happy. But I'm going to give you another reason why the defense is going to be happy. The punter that was selected in the 4th round. The punter that was selected in the 4th round, Tory Taylor, Legatron, all them other names out there that's been thrown around, they're whack and they're lame as fuck. Give us Legatron, I will name him that and keep it pushing. But the reason that I'm saying that it's going to be him and why the defense is going to be happy because of him is because he's going to be pinning the pin on the donkey. The donkey is inside the 20-yard line. It's going to happen and it's going to be hell. You know how when you get pinned near your own end zone and you got to waste a play by running out of the end zone just to get some room for your quarterback to throw? Oh, yeah. Look out. And I'm with you. Let's go. And I'm with C-Dubb. Bear down, baby.
Are we at the point where we giving kickers an actual segment in our show now?
You know, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You know, yeah. But thanks for calling in, Tim. C-Dubb, we moving on. We got another caller by the name of Go Blue. I don't know if he mean Big Blue in Michigan because y'all know I'm a fan, but it is what it is. Nonetheless.
You know Go Blue. You know Go Blue. Yeah.
Here is the voicemail.
What it do, baby? Bear down. This your boy Go Blue, calling from the 901. Memphis, funky town, you hear me? But yeah, man, I was calling just checking in, man. I'm at the workhouse, bored as hell. But calling in, checking on, the after the draft. And, I've been a Bears fan since 84, my guy. And I'm going to tell y'all something. These people I'm not saying they whining or bitter about that 4th round pick with the punter. Look, in 95, we drafted a punter in the 2nd damn round. For some of these new booties that don't know, we drafted Todd Sarabon in the 2nd round in 95. So to be pissed off about this 4th round pick, and I believe with all honesty, old boy gonna be pretty good. Cause when Todd got to Chicago, man, he sucked ass. But when he was at West Virginia, he can boot from one end to the other end. But when he got to Chicago, he wouldn't work for damn. The only good thing that Iowa had going on was the punt kicking. They talk about that the little white boy, the cornerback, but I believe he's gonna get served in the league. That's a whole different kind of speed. And Hayes, you know well as I know, Iowa is in the Big Ten East. So I don't know about him, but anyway, I watch my guy. I'm gonna tell y'all the guy who to watch, man. And I've actually saw him play and watched him play. And Ian Wheeler is going to take somebody's job in their running back room, dog. And believe me, I don't watch highlights. I don't do comps off of highlights like most people do. But this young man here, I've watched him, and he reminds me so much of Marion Barber. And believe it or not, I'm gonna say this, and don't fall out your seat. He has Devin Hester traits. What I mean by that is that he sets up blocks. He don't do like most punt return kickers and all that, see hole, hit hole, no diddy. But he sets his blocks up. And he runs angry. So I believe now Randolph, I watched them in Illinois. They sucked as far as their defense, but people giving him comps to Akeem Hicks off of highlights. But I've watched them play, and sometimes he gets lazy. But that's just how people is. They go by what they hear and what they see without actually watching these players play. But all in all, man, I think I think, and then they still signing UFDAs, man, and I'm loving it. Even with those 4 picks, now 5 that they had, man, it's the fact that I knew that.
All right, Go Blue. There is a 3-minute time limit whenever you leave your voicemail. But we appreciate the call, my guy. Just real quick, I'm not even going to lie to you because that's not what I do when it comes to players and prospects. I don't know who Ian Wheeler is. So since you throw his name out there, he's now written down on my notepad so I could do my due diligence. Now, when you talk about Randolph, look, I'm with you. You can and don't just pertains to Randolph. It pertains to a lot of players. Even Caleb Williams, that's the guy that was named. That's the generational talent. Do your own due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just go after highlights. You know what I'm saying? Don't just watch a 5-minute highlight clip and say, oh, he's awesome. Go ahead and watch another one. Watch another one. Oh, Caleb Williams played bad against Notre Dame. Watch the entire game. It's on YouTube, and you can see what happened. Well, do your due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. And we, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you guys just to come to, obviously, we want you to come to Chicago Bears Central for your latest news and updates. But when we give our take, go do your research and be like, damn, I can see where you're coming from. Or you can say, hey, Bobby, C-Dubb, Hayes, whoever is online, you can say, I disagree because this is what I saw. You can provide your own opinion. And that's what we always encourage people. Don't just go off what we say. Don't just go off what the national media say. Do your research, learn on your own, study the game if you really love it like all of us. You know what I'm saying? Come to your number one spot and get the official breakdown because you're going to have multiple perspectives. We're going to agree, we're going to disagree, and we're going to keep it pushing because we love the game. We're going to talk football, so y'all should do the same. C-Dubb, what you got?
To crack this team, it's going to take a real special guy with a real – you got to be a player now because this roster is beginning to look very, very stacked. Now, you say the running back room. Ooh, it's some talent in the running back room, bro. So if he's to break through in that, I'm gonna have to give him kudos. And can we stop talking about kickers? We talking about kickers for 2 straight segments, bro. For 2 straight. How many flowers y'all want to get a kickers, bro? Damn, we got Kayla, we got Keenan,
we got bouquets.
Damn,
we got bouquets
man.
going to the punter and the kicker. Bouquets. Edible arrangements are on the way. Fruit that look like flowers.
Damn, bro. We ain't gonna see the kicker but about 8 times a game, bro. And hopefully we don't see him that many times. We ain't gonna see any kicker but for like 8 times a game, bro. Come on, y'all. It's other players.
Show the love to the kickers, man. But hey, go blue. You already know. Definitely go blue. And appreciate the take, man. I appreciate your insight. Thanks for calling in. C-Dubb, I remember you checked the guy by his name way back a couple years ago, but this ain't the same person. But we gonna dive into the next one. This next voicemail is from Juice.
Yo, this Juice. I'm from out west 290 in Chicago, but I'm in Baltimore now, so everybody call me Chicago. Also a tattoo artist. I already told y'all, Instagram Inc_2Wicked. So I did hear somebody say, Hayes, about getting a tattoo on the show. That'd be a blessing for me to be the one to do that. It should be a blessing for y'all. Y'all should be proud of yourself for somebody, a random person, saying that to be on y'all show would be a blessing. Y'all came a long way, bro. Y'all should start doing that on Sundays. Like before the game, have a random fan be on there live with y'all podcast just to talk football. You know, that'd be dope. But anyway, we still got that second pick for Carolina. What if Ryan Poles pull off another big-time edge defensive player by getting Trey Hendricks since he wants to get traded from Cincinnati because he wants more money? Since we got, Caleb on a rookie contract, we don't have no big contracts going on. He said he could take his time with Keenan Allen. What if we do the ultimate thing to solidify our defense? With that pick, that trade, that Carolina trade to complete the Carolina package for Trey, would that make us a top 5 defense? Excuse me. And also, I don't understand why people think that DJ Moore is not a at least top 6 receiver in the league. He could really been top 3 if Justin Fields didn't get hurt 4 games. He only averaged like 50-some yards with the backup quarterback when Fields was hurt. I think that they sleeping on that. I feel like we might be either second to first in our division. But y'all let me know what y'all think. If we beat Green Bay at home,
convincingly, then we're first in the division. Because technically, we're supposed to beat the Vikings twice, but Fields got hurt. And we beat Detroit twice, but we tweaked. So we could have been 4-2 in our division technically, if some things went our way properly. Because we almost beat them with the backup quarterback when Fields got hurt. So people don't really pay attention to that. But let me know what y'all think. And when I do come home, man, I got to be the one to tattoo you on your show live, man. That'd be a huge thing for me. I love to do that Chicago Bear thing tattoo. I low-key daydreamed that before. So it's just crazy how you just said that. So I got to be the one. Yeah, 82 Wicked. It's the Instagram name. This your boy Chicago. Y'all stay blessed, man.
All right. So we heard from Juice, C-Dubb. Don't check him. But what you got to say?
No, shout out to Juice, bro. Hey, man, I do feel that the Chicago Bears will have a top 5 defense this season coming up. I think that's possible. I'll say that. And they could possibly have a top 5 defense this season. They got the youth, they got the talent, and they got a nice mixture of experience out there with TJ Edwards, Tremaine Edmonds, and Montez Sweat out there, and Jalen Johnson too. So with a host of young demons out there. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting year. Well, I did think about bringing in like one. That is an excellent idea. We're going to talk about it and see what we can come up with. But one fan of the week, come in and they get a take of what's the common with the game or something like that. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get something going because that's what the people want. That's what the people get. So we're going to see what we could do about that. And I love your takes of what you had to say right there. And I appreciate you, big dog. Good idea. Bear down.
For sure. Shout out to Juice, man. I think when you talk about Trey Hendricks, I don't think that's something that's going to happen, me personally, because I don't see Ryan Poles paying 2 defensive ends big money. That's just not how I see it. If you look at Ryan Poles when he had his time with the Kansas City Chiefs, the guys that was really paid the most was Frank Clark and Chris Jones. So 2 guys that's paid top dollar, and the other guys got to fill in and step the hell up. I'm looking at it at this situation right now. I believe the 2 top paid defensive linemen you got is DeMarcus Walker and Montez Sweat. After that, you got to trust your coaches. They got to develop guys. They got to get guys ready, and you got to keep the youth being fruitful. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that thing going. And I don't see that happen. And DJ Moore being a top 3 wide receiver, I believe DJ Moore is a top 10 wide receiver. That I'm gonna rock with that. And all the people that try to disrespect them, they just want to be just talking that bull crap. A lot of people get fooled. I wouldn't say fooled, but the numbers can be deceiving in a way when you talk about yards and receptions and et cetera, and you alluded to it in your take, which is a great one. DJ Moore, when he was with Tyson Bagent, didn't get over 70 yards. And I brought it up during the season when goofballs tried to tell me that Tyson Bagent can be the starter for this team. I told him, no, he can't. You can't even feed your number 1 wide receiver and get over 70 yards. Matter of fact, 65 yards. So we were good on that. So great take. Thanks for calling in. You already know. We had Barry on last season. He was rocking it. So I'm with the guys and with C-Dubb here. We could definitely chop it up to see if we can bring 1, 2, maybe even 3 of you guys come in, maybe for 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, get your take and what you think the game going to look like, and we keep pushing. That's what we want to do. We want to get you guys involved. That's why we do this show on Saturdays and Fridays, on Fridays and Saturdays. Tune in, call in, leave your take. You will be played. Let's get it, baby.
That's a fact. Yeah, we're going to make it happen, bro. The people want it. The people want it. The people get it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. This next one, before we hit that last climax, no Diddy. This one going to come from Fred.
Yo, Cognac boys, what it do? Bobby, C-Dubb, this be your boy Fred, man. Shout out to Hayes, Steve-O, and Big Cass, man. Hey, man, I like what we did in the draft. You know, Ryan Poles, you know, one thing I can say about him, you know, he is, you know what I'm saying, a smart GM, and he playing things, you know what I'm saying, close to the chessboard, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see if Caleb is going to be this team franchise quarterback. He's going to turn things around, possibly this season coming up, that he lead us to a playoff. I'm not going to put the Super Bowl expectation on him just yet, even though we do have the team, but I'm just gonna put the playoff expectation on him and everybody else that they surrounded him with. I like that we got Rome Odunze. You know, I think that'd be a good fit because I've seen that they talking about Ryan Poles have not discussed about giving Keenan Allen a contract extension, which I probably doubt he does because he's up there in age, probably like 32. Which, to me, 32 is not old. So he's looking at like, hey, he got Rome for years to come, so he can give him a contract extension. So ain't no wrong with that. First I was scratching my head on the offensive tackle we took. Only reason I scratched my head on that one because it was the quiet injury, and I guess he must have recovered from it though. So I love to see him come, you know what I'm saying, to get that fire under Braxton Jones because we need a good, strong, dominant left tackle like that can protect that blind side as well though. I like the punter we got as well. I don't know why people sit up there was criticizing that like that was a problem. Hell, Trenton Gill was trash. He was super hot trash. You putting the defense in a bad position. You know what I'm saying? And we don't need that. So with this punter we got from Iowa, like, I'm not mad about that pick. And I like the fact that he went and got Austin Booker. I was hoping the Bears would either get him or that other defensive end from UCLA that played with Liasu. I think his name Murphy, because Murphy was a nice, you know what I'm saying, addition as well too. So with the right coaches we got on the staff, man, I'm just ready to see these guys develop, contribute to this team, and is ready to see them dominate because I'm sick of people disrespecting the Bears like that old big head ass LaShawn McCoy. I hate him. Like I hate him as a person. And no, I don't hate nobody but him. I don't respect him. I don't hate him. Because last time I checked, he the same big head motherfucker who rolled the pound to get his Super Bowls. He didn't help contribute to get them Super Bowls. He was on the bench. And then you got that dumbass Joy Taylor. You just saying shit like, think before you speak. I always tell people, think before you speak. But let me know what you think, fellas. Chicago up, bear down enough.
Shout out to Fred, man. You funny as hell. But hey, Fred, I love everything that you said, bro. The national media gonna do what they do. And I understand some aspects of it when they say the Bears got to show up and put it on wax. I'm with that. You got to. But sometimes people just get a little bit outlandish. And I'm with you. I love the draft. I love what the Chicago Bears did. I think the Bears are entering that zone to where now you don't have to select players based off need. You can select players based off want. And that's a different type of way that you can move because now you can go through drafts and take the best player available and figure it out. And I think that's what happened with some of these moves, especially that offensive tackle one. We know that Braxton Jones is good. Can he be great? Possibly. But as of right now, he's just good. So go in there, bring some more competition. And as I said, Braxton Jones, if you like that, stand on business. And the last point, hey, Fred, I ain't even gonna lie to you. You sound like you want to go ahead and do a Kendrick and Drake with Shady McCoy. Boy, drop your verse.
Hell no. I agree with a lot what you're saying right there, Fred. Shout out to my man Fred. He always come through with the energy and the fire ass takes. I want to talk about expectations a little bit. It would be fair for fans and coaches and front office to expect the Chicago Bears to get to the playoffs, even with a rookie quarterback. But I want y'all to think for a minute that the goal, what do you think Caleb Williams' goals is for this season? He says he wants to be one of the greats. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, so, hey, we move on to this last one, C-Dubb. You know we got to turn up with this guy because he black yet again. Here's the voice from Marifa. Here it is.
Bobby, C-Dubb. Hey, what's happening, fellas? Them cognac boys, man. It's your man, Marifa Star. Black yet again, man. Back at CBC doing my thing. But look here, man. I'm calling to let you know it's a new era of Chicago Bears football has begun. Okay? Now, we done seen plenty of new first-round quarterbacks come in Chicago. And I'm not going to put no expectations. I got to see it on wax with Caleb. But I ain't talking about Caleb. What I'm talking about is the offense and the defensive line. Now, The Bears is only going to go so far as the offense and the defensive line will take them. Now, you got to think about it now. We got some solid players on the offense and defensive line, but we got to have be able to have some competition on those lines, and we need to have the help for Sweat. We can't let Sweat do all the work. He needs some help. Okay, Austin Booker is here. We got, Gervon Dexter doing his thing. Okay, we got Braxton Jones gonna be fighting it out with Karan Omagadishi. I don't know if I said it right. Omagaji. I don't even know if I said it right. I'm sorry if I disrespected. I don't want to disrespect my brother. But we gotta get that offensive and defensive line working in order for us to be able to beat the Green Bay Packers, to be able to beat the Detroit Lions, to be able to beat the Minnesota Vikings. So we got to have the offense and defensive line controlling everything, man. We got the skill players. We got the skill players in place, but it ain't going to do a thing if we getting whooped up front, okay? So we got to make sure that the offense and the defensive line come through and make sure that they solid, okay? Make sure that they solid, because they got to do what they got to do. But look here, man, I got to get up out of here. You know what I got to do? I got places to go. I got people to see. But you know what I'm going to say before I leave? It's Chicago up and bear down, baby.
Shout out to my guy, Marifa Asah. C-Dubb, take it away.
My boy, shout out to my man, Marifa, man. He always come with that fire, bro. Yeah, I love it. And you are exactly right. Nothing is going to start or move unless we get these trenches at least decent. Now, we do have some talented folks at certain positions on both defensive and offensive lines. But I tell you what, it's going to be open competition, open season. It's going to be Mortal Kombat. Let the best man win. Center position, right end, and center position, light end, and left tackle too. Those are going to be the Mortal Kombat positions. Who's going to come out the victor in those is going to be the best player. So if you're bunking with that guy in training camp, make sure you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying, don't play dirty. Just go do it the right way. I was going to say put some tacks in his shoes, do some shit, whatever you could to get that starting position. But I can't wait, though. Let it rock, bro. We got to get them trenches set. Nephews, you froze?
Hey, I heard everything you said, gang.
Oh.
It's turn up, time to get right. Them trenches definitely to the Chicago Bears, at least one of the keys, and we gonna have to get right. That's just what it really comes down to, C-Dubb. A lot of these things gonna come down to them trenches because the skill players are there, but we gotta win in the trenches if you want to beat a Green Bay. You gotta win in the trenches if you want to beat a Detroit Lions. And I think the Minnesota Vikings got some decent trenches too. We just got to put it on wax, and I believe we will. Here we come. That's all we got to know. C-Dubb, anything left over?
Oh, no. Great discussion. We getting closer and closer to the season and to the OTAs training camp. Make sure y'all stick with the #1 channel on YouTube, bro.
Y'all already know. That's it from us for the Mailbag episode. Make sure you're tuned in. You're hitting the like button. You subscribe to the channel, and the notification bell has been turned on. Make sure if you want to be a part of an episode like this, you call in, leave your voicemail, leave your tape. 3-minute time limit. Let's get straight to the point. Let's make sure it's busting. That number is 773-242-9336. This is your #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm Bobby, that's C-Dubb, and as we end every show, Chi-Town up and bear down, baby, in my Marifa Asah voice. Catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.